Tricky game against Valencia this weekend prior to the international break. Let's go ahead and get to that pregame analysis. What's up, guys? Welcome back to El Merengue. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As I said before, it's going to be a very tricky game, and you may be wondering why. Well, for those of you that don't know much about Valencia, they are historically a great team, one of the big teams in La Liga. However, recently, over the past couple years, they've been struggling, right? They haven't been going through the best moments in their club history. And right at the end of last season, they lost a lot of players. They had a lot of drama going on in terms of like the president, like the management of the club and whatnot. So they're currently, like I said, going through very rough times. However, like I've mentioned before, for whenever Real Madrid was going to play Barcelona, and it was looking like Real Madrid was not in the greatest of moments, big teams rise up for the big games. And that is exactly what I expect out of Valencia, who's going to be playing against Madrid in their home stadium, the Mestalla. And guys, let's go ahead and get to the actual analysis of Valencia. Where do they currently sit in La Liga? They're currently sitting 13th place, and that is one spot behind Barcelona actually. However, pretty interestingly enough, they have not won a game since September, meaning they went all of October without winning a single game, in which they lost 3 and tied 1, including those losses they lost against Villarreal and Real Betis. Real Betis, who should have played against Barcelona. I'm not sure if I'm uploading this video before or after that Barcelona game, but if it's after, make sure you go check out my brother's post-game analysis. I don't know how Barca did. Hopefully they tied. Hopefully they lost. Who knows? However, back to Valencia. The game that they actually tied was against another pretty good team in Getafe, tying it 2-2. I will say that the last game that they won, which was back in September, was against Real Sociedad, the current first place team in La Liga. So goes to show that while this team is not in the greatest of moments, on any given day, they can show up and they can beat a great team. In terms of how they actually play, we know Valencia is a very attacking team. They're going to go out against Real Madrid and start to press high from the very beginning. They usually like to play a 4-4-2 in which the wingers are usually very offensive players, so they can easily overload the defense, the opposing defense, and give a lot of trouble if they high press properly. However, defensively, I'm not sure how good they are, especially this season, in which they have conceded 2 goals in every game the past 4 or 5 games. So like I said, defensive wise, I'm not sure how good they are, which tends to be really good for Madrid whenever teams press them higher, because Madrid tends to struggle against teams that park the bus. So I'd rather have a team come out and press on us than just kind of sit back and defend, because that's when we struggle to find those opening spaces. In terms of the man to watch, I'm going to go ahead and name 2 players. The first one is going to be Maxi Gomez, who is the 24-year-old Uruguayan striker who's having a decent season with 3 goals already. He's a very strong, potent, one of those big forwards that can easily pin down center backs, fight for balls in the air, and has a really, really powerful strike. So we're definitely going to have to be careful with him. He's already scored against Madrid in previous times with different teams that he used to play with. The other guy, though, is Carlos Soler, and he actually scored his first goal of La Liga last game against Getafe. And fun fact about him, he scored against Real Madrid the past 2 times that he's played against us. So obviously he has a certain affinity against us for finding the back of the net. So we're going to have to be very careful with Carlos Soler as well. And adding on to those fun facts that you guys know I like to give, this Valencia team has only lost to Real Madrid once in the last 6 home games that they've played against them. So that's a pretty good streak. 3 of those games ended up in a win for Valencia, while the other 2 ended up in a tie. So Real Madrid is definitely going to have to be very careful with this team. They cannot go out there feeling like they already have the win, even though this team is not doing great. Additionally, I would like to say that currently we have 16 points in La Liga. 12 of those 16 points have come with goals in the second half. So Real Madrid is obviously struggling to find the back of the net in that first half, and it's taking them all the way to the second half, whether they're going into that second half tied or losing and they have to turn it around. So I want to see a Real Madrid that puts that game to sleep within the first half and uses that second half as more of a half to knock around the ball, find extra goals. It feels like we're always suffering. If you're a Real Madrid fan, you're always suffering, and it's just the way it is, but it pays off. It pays off. And moving on to Real Madrid, like I already mentioned, guys, the importance of this game, being the last game before we go into an international break, it's crucial that we get those 3 points, which could potentially leave us in that first place of La Liga if Real Sociedad ends up dropping some points. Additionally, we have Martin Odegaard, who has been training with the team and should be called up for this game. And now jumping into the predicted lineups. Okay, so in goal, we're for sure going to be seeing Thibaut Courtois. Once again, great season for him. Don't need to say anything else. In the right back spot, Lucas Vazquez. We have no other right back, so I think that's a shoe-in. He's actually been having some pretty good games, as you guys know, from the previous analysis videos I've made. Center backs, I don't think we're going to be seeing Militao this game. I wouldn't be opposed against it, but I don't personally think so. So I'm going to be going for the Ramos and Varane partnership. And then at the left back spot, I could see them putting Marcelo. However, I definitely don't want him to put Marcelo. I would rather just see Mendy once again. He had a fantastic game against Inter. I think that was probably my man of the match, which I forgot to mention in that post-game analysis, which if you haven't watched, make sure you do so. Link is going to be above. So I would personally like to see Ferland Mendy. In the midfield, I'm going to switch it up this time, and I'm going to go with four midfielders. So you guys know probably who I'm going to be putting in there. Casemiro at the center defensive mid. On the right-hand side, I'm going to put Luka Modric. On the left-hand side, Toni Kroos. And then at the center attacking mid, I'm going to put Fede Valverde. I think that is the spot where he could shine the most because he has such projection going forward. He's shown us that he's having a wonderful season. His shot is tremendous. He has great vision, great pace. So I think that center attacking mid position could be where he really flourishes. So I definitely want to see Zidane try him out there. And then up top, I'm going to be going for Eden Hazard and Karim Benzema. Zidane has shown us that Eden Hazard and Karim Benzema are compatible as just being sole strikers without having a third winger on there. Especially last season when Hazard was having his best moments at Madrid, he was usually playing as a striker with Karim Benzema up top. Karim Benzema, who, fun fact with him, has actually scored in the past 3 games against Valencia. So it seems like not only does he have that streak for him against Valencia, however, his season seems to be firing up just at the right time. He did have a bit of a slow start to the season, but I would love to see him give himself another one, a 4th goal against Valencia in back-to-back games. And okay guys, we finally reached that final segment of the video where I give you the chance to leave down your prediction down in the comments. And as you guys know, we've upped up the reward. You no longer just get a potential shout out, but you get your name in the leaderboards. That at the end of the season, we're going to be seeing who ends up in number 1 spot, the first place. And that first place is going to be getting a Real Madrid jersey, a jersey that we have already ordered. We're waiting for it to come in the mail so we can show it to you guys. So with that being said, what is my predicted score? And I'm going to be going for a 3-1 victory to Real Madrid. I think Karim Benzema is going to get himself a goal, and then Hazard's going to get himself one. And screw it, Martin Odegaard will come back and get himself a goal in the second half. Guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button down below. Like I said, go check out the Barcelona post-game analysis if it's already out. If it's not out, then just go check out their pre-game analysis too. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I will be seeing y'all tomorrow for that post-game analysis for the Real Madrid-Valencia game, obviously. As always, guys, have a great day, and a la Madrid.